At first, I was like, I cut a part of the video out because I was like, yo, did I get gas by getting this? What's up, everybody? It's Daysun Civil, Civil Days Music. We just got the MPC X and we did the unboxing. Now I just want to talk about a few things that are a little different between the MPC X SE as well as the Live 2. Of course, they do the same thing. Some of the similarities is that they both produce music the same way. Some of the outlook or the physicality of the device is that, they both have these touch screens, both have the pads, both have the navigation, they have your sound banks. So it's a lot of things that are similar, but some of the differences, like I said in the other video, is that I noticed that there's no Ethernet port. I kept saying Ethernet cable. There's no Ethernet port on the back. And one of my guys was like, but you really don't need it because of the Bluetooth connectivity and the ability to connect to the internet. Same as the Live 2. The Live 2 can connect to the internet as well, and they both can receive updates via Bluetooth and the internet. Another thing that I noticed that is different is you have your jog wheel, but you can't push down on the jog wheel like you can on the Live 2. On the Live 2, you can push down on the jog wheel and select other options and functionality. One guy was like, my man, Dr. Rolfsky, he was like, I noticed that you might have to do more moving around than you would with the Live 2, which is true. But I noticed that, even though you can't press in, you do have this navigation area right here, left, right, up, down, and you have a selection button right here. But you also have plus and minus here. There's a plus and minus buttons that are very similar to the plus and minus buttons on the Live 2. I can move from track to track using the plus or minus buttons. Like my man Dr. Rolfsky said, and my man Khalif Wins, great social media content creator, great social media marketer and manager, great guy. Check him out. He's doing big things. His channel is blowing up. He does music production and more. Self-help. Make sure you check him out sometime. The Q-Links is great. Everything is at your fingertips. You barely have to go here to the screen, even though we all love having a touch screen, you know what I mean? And being able to use some of those features and options from the touch screen, especially when you want to select sounds. I can go right here and move from track to track, as well as I could use the jog wheel to move from track to track, or I can go to the Q-Links and just come here and I can go from track to track with the Q-Links as well. So they give you a lot of options. A lot of things are at your fingertips. Some of the other differences is that you have the audio interface right here. The SD card is in the front instead of the SD card being in the back on the Live 2. Some things are back out of your way. I did sit it down on the ground, on the floor, excuse me. I sat it down on the floor, and when I sat it down on the floor, the SD card popped out. And I know most people, why would you sit your X on the floor? But hey. This is me. At first, I was like, I cut a part of the video out because I was like, yo, did I get gas by getting this? I don't think so. I like this being the center part. And I understand now where people said this is the center part of your studio where you can have everything connected to it. And the Live 2, to me, is for portability, to be on the go, drop it in your bag, even though a lot of people say that the square shape prevents that. And that's why a lot of people like the SP404, because you can easily just pack the SP404 away in a bag. Other than that, like I said, audio interface, you have audio interface controls. You can record into this via microphone, but you still can record into the Live 2. All you have to do is make sure that you have your effects chain, like a pre-effects chain for everything that comes in. And then you can effect as you're sampling into the Live 2. Q-Links at your disposal with the Live 2. You can go in and you can adjust and change your Q-Links because you only get 4. You got 16 Q-Links here. I have everything that would have been associated with the 61 key. So I have all of the instruments and things of that nature. And those same instruments roll right over to MPC Live 2. I got a lot of stuff in here. I got the Mixstream Pro Go right here so I can start cutting and adding little things into the mix and learning how to DJ. I used to scratch and DJ a little bit back in the day, only for making beats. Of course, I still got the Push 2. I love it. Now, if you want to give me a Push 3, I'll review it. We got the Push 2 right here. Got the Novation keyboard. But without further ado, let me let you hear some stuff I've been working on. Here's track 1. Starts out like this. Kind of got that Memphis juking sound to it. To me, it feels that way. Here's another one. All right, so this one sounds like this. So that's that, right? So then I got, you know, a lo-fi joint that I was making in the Live 2. That was my lo-fi joint right there on the MPC Live 2. Not sure if I'm going to like release that musically or put it out or just make it like a YouTube content creation, content ID thing. Oh, another thing, I started my BeatStars page. Shout out to all my guys, you know, I mean, always gotta give props to Khalif Wins, to DC, Carson. Also got to give props to my man Will, Judifier Studios. Always got to give a big shout out to my man Clint. That's my boy. Shout out to Creative D Will and all the guys that support me. I want to give a shout out to everybody that commented on the video. Shout out to my guy Lindason. Shout out to my man Blatantly from the Blatantly Blatant Network. Every time I hear the name, it just makes me laugh. And yo, he's almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is good. Shout out to my man Famous Guider 205. Shout out to, once again, DC Carson. Shout out to Diggerhertz. Yo, you always putting out dope tracks. Oh, DC Carson has a dope album. I know that sounds old, sounds dated. Check him out on Spotify, things of that nature. Shout out to Khalif Wins. Like I say, he's a social media marketer, content creator, as well as a music producer and things of that nature. So check him out. Shout out to my man G Smith. I told him to put some tracks up because the stuff is fire. It merges. It's like some stuff sounds like boom bap, but then some stuff sounds like trap, and then some stuff sounds like it's just current, you know. He has a real current sound. Shout out to my man 88 Mo Keys. Thank you, man. 88 Mo Keys 8000. B West 6275. Thanks, man. Dr. Ralph Ski. Yo, he had some great comments. Great comments, especially about, you know, me keeping the the plastic on the screens that can affect the sensitivity of the screen. But I'm, like I said, call me Mr. Plastic. Pause. Then you know, he talked about the Q links. He talked about which is really what the machine is for, and you being able to navigate in different places, as well as the layout. But I think once you really figure out what's going on, the layout helps you. You move faster, like my man Khalif said. My man Manjaro and Ksan 566. Yo, everybody, thank y'all. Oh, did I say it? I started my BeatStars page. That's the whole point of me giving the shout outs. So I started my BeatStars page. The link is in the description. Just go and check it out. I try not to produce to producers. You know what I mean? The goal is to get artists to buy the stuff and listen and like some of the stuff that's going on. Okay? But everybody, peace.